Hello, family. God bless you all. Hope everyone is doing well. We pick up here at chapter 36 after the Rebecca's death in chapter 35. In the sixth year of this week, Isaac called his two sons, Esau and Jacob, and they came to him. And he said to them, "My sons, I am going the way of my fathers to the eternal house where my fathers are. Bury me near Abraham, my father, in the double cave in the field of Ephron the Hittite, where Abraham purchased a sepulchre to bury in. Bury me in the sepulchre I dug for myself. I command you, my sons, to practice righteousness and uprightness on the earth, so that the Lord may do to you what he said he would do to Abraham and to his offspring. Love one another. Love your brothers as a man who loves his own soul. Excuse me. Let each seek how he may benefit his brother and act together on the earth. Let them love each other as their own souls. I command and warn you to reject idols. Hate them and do not love them. They are fully deceptive to those that worship them and for those that bow down to them. Remember the God of Abraham, your father, and how I worshiped him and served him in righteousness and in joy, that God might multiply you and increase your offspring as the multitude of stars in heaven, and establish you on the earth as the plant of righteousness, which will not be rooted out to all the earth, all the generations forever." My bad. "And now I shall make you swear a great oath, for there is no oath which is greater than that which is by the name glorious, honored, great, splendid, wonderful, and mighty, which created the heavens and the earth and all things together, that you will fear him and worship him. Each will love his brother with affection and righteousness. Neither will desire to do evil against his brother from now on forever, all the days of your life, so that you may prosper in all your deeds and not be destroyed. If either of you plans evil against his brother, know that he that plans evil shall fall into his brother's hand, and shall be rooted out of the land of the living, and his offspring shall be destroyed from under heaven. But on that day there will be turbulence, curses, wrath, anger, and will he burn his land and his city and all that is his with a devouring fire, like the fire he sent to burn Sodom, and he shall be blotted out of the book of the discipline of the children of men. And he will not be recorded in the book of life. He shall be added in the book of destruction. He shall depart into eternal curses. Their condemnation may be always renewed in hate and in curses and in wrath and in torment and in anger and in plagues and in disease forever. My sons, this I say and testify to you will be the result according to the judgment which shall come on the man who wishes to injure his brother. Then he divided all his possessions between the two on that day, and he gave the larger portion to him that was the firstborn. And the tower and all that was around it, and all that Abraham possessed at the well of the oath, he said, "This larger portion I will give to the firstborn." Esau said, "I have sold and relinquished my birthright to Jacob. Let it be given to him. I have nothing to say regarding it, for it is his." Isaac said, "May a blessing rest on you, my sons, and on your offspring this day. You have given me rest, and my heart is not pained concerning the birthright, or that you should work wickedness because of it. May the Most High God bless the man and his offspring forever that does righteousness." He stopped commanding them and blessing them, and they ate and drank together in front of him. And he rejoiced because there was one mind between them. And they went out from him and rested that day and slept. Isaac slept on his bed that day, rejoicing. He slept the eternal sleep and died 180 years old. He lived 25 weeks and 5 years. And his two sons, Esau and Jacob, buried him. After that, Esau went to the land of Edom, to the mountains of Seir, and lived there. Jacob lived in the mountains of Hebron, in the high place of the land in which his father Abraham had journeyed. He worshiped the Lord with all his heart. He had divided the days of his generations according to the commands he had seen. Leah, his wife, died in the 4th year of the 2nd week of the 45th Jubilee. And he buried her in the double cave near Rebekah, his mother, to the left of the grave of Sarah, his father's mother. All her sons and his sons came to mourn over Leah, his wife, with him and to comfort him regarding her. He was lamenting her, for he loved her greatly after Rachel, her sister, died. She was perfect and upright in all her ways, and she honored Jacob. All the days that she lived with him, he did not hear from her mouth a harsh word, for she was gentle, peaceable, upright, and honorable. And he remembered all the deeds she had done during her life, and he lamented her greatly. He loved her with all his heart and with all his soul. Chapter 37. On the day that Isaac, the father of Jacob and Esau, died, the sons of Esau heard that Isaac had given the eldest portion to his younger son, Jacob, and they were very angry. They argued with their father, saying, "Why has your father given Jacob the portion of the elder and passed you over, even though you are the elder and Jacob the younger?" He said to them, "Because I sold my birthright to Jacob for a small portion of lentils. And on the day my father sent me to hunt, catch, and bring him something that he should eat and bless me, Jacob came with deceit and brought my father food and drink. My father blessed him and put me under his hand. Now our father has cursed Jacob, and me to swear has caused Jacob, my forgiveness, family. Now our father has caused Jacob and me to swear that we shall not devise evil plans against his brother, and that we shall continue in love and in peace with his brother, and not make our ways corrupt. They said to him, we shall not listen to you to make peace with him. We are stronger than him, and we are more powerful than he is. We shall depose him and kill him and destroy him and his sons. If you will not go with us, we shall hurt you also. Forgive me, family. These are some evil kids. Listen, let us send to Aram, Philistia, Moab, and Ammon. Let us take chosen men who are trained in battle, and let us go against him and do battle with him. Let us exterminate him from the earth before he grows strong. Their father said to them, do not go, and do not make war with him, or you shall fall before him. They said to him, this is how you have acted from your youth until this day. You have continued to put your neck under his yoke. We will not listen to these words. Then they sent to Aram and to Adoram, to the friend of their father. And they also hired 1,000 chosen men of war. And there came to them from Moab and from the children of Ammon those who were hired, 1,000 chosen men, and from Philistia, 1,000 chosen warriors, and from Edom, and from the Horites, 1,000 chosen warriors, and from the Kittim, mighty warriors. They said to their father, go out with them and lead them, or else we shall kill you. And he was filled with boiling anger on seeing that his sons were forcing him to go before them to lead them against Jacob, his brother. But afterward, he remembered all the evil that lay hidden in his heart against Jacob, his brother. And he did not remember the oath he had sworn to his father and to his mother, that he would plan no evil against Jacob, his brother, all his days. Because Jacob was in mourning for his wife Leah, he did not know they were coming to battle against him until they approached the tower with 4,000 soldiers and chosen warriors. The men of Hebron sent to him, saying, look, your brother has come against you to fight. He has with him 4,000 men carrying swords, shields, and weapons. They told him this because they loved Jacob more than Esau. So they told him, for Jacob was a more gracious and merciful man than Esau. But Jacob would not believe until they came very near to the tower. He closed the gates of the tower, and he stood on the battlements and spoke to his brother Esau and said, noble is the comfort you have come to give me concerning the death of my wife. Is this the oath that you swore to your father and again to your mother before they died? You have broken the oath, and on the moment that you swore to your father, you were condemned. Then Esau answered and said to him, neither the children of men nor the beasts of the earth have sworn an oath of righteousness and kept it forever. Every day they lay evil plans one against another regarding how they might kill their adversary or foe. You will hate my children and me forever. So there is no observing the tie of brotherhood with you. Hear these words that I declare to you. If the boar can change its skin and make its bristles as soft as wool, or if it can cause horns to sprout out on its head like the horns of a stag or of a sheep, then will I observe the tie of brotherhood with you. Like breasts separate themselves from their mother, you and I have never been brothers. If the wolves make peace with the lambs and not devour, or do them violence, and if their hearts are towards them for good, then there shall be peace in my heart towards you. If the lion becomes the friend of the ox and makes peace with him, and if he is bound under one yoke with him and plows with him, then I will make peace with you. When the raven becomes white as the raza, then know that I have loved you and shall make peace with you. You will be rooted out, and your sons shall be rooted out, and there shall be no peace for you. Jacob saw that Esau had decided in his heart to do evil towards him, and that he desired with all his soul to kill him. Jacob saw that Esau had come pouncing like the wild boar which charges the spear that is set to pierce its keels, to pierce and kills it, and yet does not even slow down. Then he spoke to his own people and to his servants and told them that Esau and his men were going to attack him and all his companions. Chapter 38. After that, Judah spoke to Jacob, his father, and said to him, bend your bow, father, and send forth your arrows and bring down the adversary and kill the enemy. You have the power to do it. We will not kill your brother because he is your kin and he is like to you. So we will honor his life. Then Jacob bent his bow and sent forth the arrow and struck Esau, his brother, on the right side of his chest and killed him. And again he sent forth an arrow and struck Adoran, the Armenian, on the left side of his chest, and it drove him backward and killed him. Then the sons of Jacob and their servants went out, dividing themselves into companies on the four sides of the tower. Judah went out in front. Naphtali and Gad, along with 50 servants, went to the south side of the tower, and they killed all they found before them. Not one individual escaped. Levi, Dan, and Asher went out on the east side of the tower, along with 50 men, and they killed the warriors of Moab and Ammon. Reuben, Issachar, and Zebulun went out on the north side of the tower, along with 50 men, and they killed the warriors of the Philistines. Reuben's son, Simon, Benjamin, and Enoch went out on the west side of the tower, along with 50 men, and they killed 400 men, stout warriors of Edom, and of the Horites. 600 fled, and 4 of the sons of Esau fled with them, and left their father lying killed, as he had fallen on the hill that is in Adurim. And the sons of Jacob pursued them to the mountains of Seir, and Jacob buried his brother on the hill that is in Adurim, and he returned to his house. The sons of Jacob crushed the sons of Esau in the mountains of Seir, and made them bow their necks so that they became servants of the sons of Jacob. They sent a message to their father to inquire whether they should make peace with them or kill them. Jacob sent word to his sons that they should make peace. They made peace with them, but also placed a yoke of servitude on them, so that they paid tribute to Jacob and to his sons always. And they continued to pay tribute to Jacob until the day that he went down to Egypt. The sons of Edom have not escaped the yoke of servitude imposed by the 12 sons of Jacob until this day. These are the kings that reigned in Edom before there was any king over the children of Israel in the land of Edom. And Balak, the son of Beor, reigned in Edom, and the name of his city was Danabah. Balak died, and Jobab, the son of Zara, of Basar, ruled in his place. Jobab died, and Asam, of the land of Teman, ruled in his place. Asam died, and Adath, the son of Barad, who killed Midian in the field of Moab, ruled in his place. And the name of his city was Avith. Adath died, and Salmon from Amasika ruled in his place. Salmon died, and Saul of Rabbah by the river ruled in his place. Saul died, and Baalunan, the son of Achabar, ruled in his place. Baalunan, the son of Akbar, died, and Adath ruled in his place. And the name of his wife was Metabith, the daughter of Madaret, the daughter of Metabedzab. These are the kings who reigned in the land of Edom. Chapter 39. Jacob lived in the land that his father journeyed in, which is in the land of Canaan. These are the generations of Jacob. Joseph was 17 years old when they took him down into the land of Egypt. And Potiphar, a eunuch of Pharaoh's, the chief cook, bought him. He made Joseph the manager over Potiphar's entire house, and the blessing of the Lord came on the house of the Egyptian because of Joseph. And the Lord caused him to prosper in all that he did. The Egyptian turned everything over to the hands of Joseph because he saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord caused him to prosper him in all that he did. The Egyptian turned everything over to the hands. Joseph's appearance was beautiful, and his master's wife watched Joseph. And she loved him and wanted him to have sex with her. But he did not surrender his soul because he remembered the Lord and the words which Jacob, his father, used to read to him from the writings of Abraham, that no man should commit fornication with a woman who has a husband. For him the punishment of death has been ordained in the heavens before the Most High God, and the sin will be recorded against him in the eternal books, which are always in the presence of the Lord. Joseph remembered these words and refused to have sex with her. And she begged him for a year, but he refused and would not listen. But while he was in the house, she embraced him and held him tightly in order to force him to sleep with her. She closed the doors of the house and held on to him, but he left his garment in her hands and broke through the door and ran from her presence. The woman saw that he would not sleep with her, and she slandered him in the presence of his master, saying, "Your Hebrew servant, whom you love, sought to force me to have sex with him. When I shouted for help, he fled and left his garments in my hands. I tried to stop him, but he broke through the door." When the Egyptian saw Joseph's garment and the broken door, and heard the words of his wife, he threw Joseph into prison and put him in the place where the prisoners of the king were kept. He was there in the prison, and the Lord gave Joseph favor in the sight of the chief of the prison guards, and caused him to have compassion for Joseph, because he saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all that he did to prosper. He turned over all things into his hands, and the chief of the prison guards knew of nothing that was going on in the prison, because Joseph did everything for him, and the Lord perfected it. He remained there 2 years. In those days, Pharaoh, king of Egypt, was very angry at his 2 eunuchs, the chief butler and the chief baker. He put them in the prison facility of the house of the chief cook, where Joseph was kept. The chief of the prison guards appointed Joseph to serve them, and he served them. They both dreamed a dream, the chief butler and the chief baker, and they told it to Joseph. As he interpreted to them, so it happened to them. And Pharaoh restored the chief butler to his office, and he killed the chief baker, as Joseph had interpreted to them. But the chief butler forgot Joseph was in the prison. Although he had informed him of what would happen to him, he did not remember to inform Pharaoh of how Joseph had told him, because he forgot. Thank you for listening, family.